does have a little bit of matchup knowledge, but I'm interested to see, can he bring this one home?
Remember, there aren't that many nests. This feels like almost a niche matchup. But this is something I haven't seen it in a long while. So we're going to be running into Hollow Bastion, and RepTile immediately jumping in with a down air. Unfortunately, not able to find much of a conversion, but we're going to be going for a little slow neutral. Just looking for little picks.
I forgot about the RepTile egg roll. It is an absolute special of his. He uses that side B to its full advantage. He does, you know, we don't see many Yoshis using that side B. You know, it's a tool that is very underutilized, but if anybody uses it, it is RepTile, and he is just going full force at Rozza right now.
He tried to go for a double neutral B to keep him in the egg from the top of the stage all the way to the bottom blast, and I respect that. He's only taken 28% on his first stock. Rozza really needs to be careful here because RepTile is doing such a good job at keeping Ness at bay. He's starting his combos up, and he's going to continue on pushing his advantage, holding center stage, forcing Rozza to come to his face.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're kind of seeing the opposite in this set of what we saw with Rozza in the earlier set versus Hyconic, right? We saw in the set with Hyconic, Hyconic was being aggressive and was losing for it. In this set, RepTile is absolutely being the one in advantage all of the time and running at Rozza, and he's the one being rewarded for it. So very interesting display of different characters here and how they work. Really masterclass in different matchups from these different players.
The movement is insanely good. Remember, yeah, he's playing aggressive, but the movement to get around all of these projectiles, all of these aerials is insanely good. That's finally his stock gone. He's already taken 2. RepTile is playing very confidently right now, and Rozza needs to be so careful. We're seeing little weave in and out until he's able to find a little confirm. But Rozza finally getting stage control. This is his chance maybe to take a stock, but RepTile's doing a really good job of finding the right timing to immediately just run in and attack Ness from underneath.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, and very, very thankful to see such a change in pace here of this matchup, right? You know, this could be a matchup where both of these players sort of run at each other and then run back, right? We could see both of these players play this completely differently, but RepTile's just not that guy, man. You know, he's the sort of person that wants to play extremely aggressive. He's that person that wants to play... Oh.
I love how he went out. He was saying, Rozza, you're not recovering, and Rozza panicked a little bit. I think he wanted to bounce off the stage to get another up B, but just hitting the thunder a little bit too early and not able to make the recovery. And we see that little pose from Yoshi. That's probably how RepTile's feeling right now. Like, he was playing it confidently.
Absolutely, you know, he was playing extremely aggressive, and you know, it was a fantastic opportunity to really see all of the different tools that he has in his kit, right? You know, seeing the use of that back air, seeing the use of that side B, you know, really fantastic play overall from RepTile, taking this first set this first game against Rozza, and I'm very interested to see what adaptations Rozza can make in this second game to bring us to a game 3, right? You know, what are the different tools that he can use? How can he approach the matchup differently in order to get us to a game 3?
And now we're going to be jumping into game 2, running it back completely. I wonder if this was the play. That's really worrying because, of course, like when you're at a massive disadvantage on a stage, a lot of people will just try to change stage. You know, sometimes you got to get a mental reset. But this could work. He's got the advantage right now, and he's playing it a lot differently. It seems like Rozza's playing a little bit more patiently, playing more reserved, but RepTile is not going to allow that.
And maybe, you know, as you said, a case of confidence here. Maybe he's just saying, you know what, the stage wasn't the problem, I was the problem. And I know what was wrong with me, so I'm not going to change the stage, I'm just going to change my play, and the stage is going to play to my advantage. I just need to play that little bit differently. And absolutely, so far, he has been proven correctly, Raihan.
Yeah, I mean, last stock, it took him 2 stocks. He took 2 stocks before he was able to get it. This time, he's so confident. Like, he figured out what his problem was in the last game. He's adapted to it so well. And he's almost completely lapped RepTile with the stock. He's doing so much damage, but RepTile is trying to make his way in. And he's just not really able to.
Ooh, very cheeky fair there from RepTile, but just not going to hit this time. He went for the double egg in the first game, recognized that Rozza was willing to wait, and so this time he knew that Rozza was going to wait again, and so straight away went for that fair. But, you know, we're seeing a complete reversal here, Raihan.
He is playing hot right now. Maybe RepTile might need to change the stage if Rozza's able to confirm this game. As long as he's able to keep playing this patiently, Rozza can just relax a little bit. You know, he is playing hot right now.
Yeah, completely slowed the pace of the game down, and you know, seeing more of what we saw earlier in the block of pools with Hyconic, right? He's playing that bait and punish game. He is playing with his PK fire. He is making sure that he doesn't get caught by odd things. You know, I got caught on my words there because the reason is that an odd thing was RepTile going out there for that fair and taking that first stock from Rozza.
Yeah, and right now RepTile needs to be so careful. Being down a full stock at 120%. If he makes a comeback here, I will be shocked because at this point you just have to play so reserved. And that Nair will trade with Rozza taking game 2 so confidently. I feel like this time the stage change may be in order. That did not work out as well for RepTile. Yeah. Rozza adapted so well there.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic play from Rozza there. Seeing him take that game 2, I think that, you know, I'm really stunned at his capability to just remain calm, think, okay, I may have gone down really hard in that first game, but I can bring it back in the second game, and really gave us the capability to, you know, be in the ascendancy in that game 2, and I wonder if he can take that through into game 3 with the stage pick, you know, because something that you could also say is that in that game 1 and game 2, because the stage was the same, he was able to identify problems easier and adapt quick enough, right? If the stage changes, if the way that things are going to work changes, is he still going to be able to do that? Is he still going to be able to keep up with the pace of the game? Is he going to be able to change and beat out RepTile in this game 3?
Yeah. But now, as you said, we're now going to go into game 3. Both players are just constantly adapting. Hopefully RepTile is able to adapt to what Rozza's been up to with a choice of PS2 here. Going for that famous egg roll, unfortunately not able to find much off of it. We're at a dead even standstill right now. With RepTile going ultra on the aggressive, he's just trying to pile on that damage before Rozza can adapt.
And this was my concern, right? My concern was that Rozza wasn't going to be able to adapt to the change in the situation quick enough. And so far, we're seeing my concerns come to light. You know, 80% from RepTile onto Rozza. Will we see him adapt quick enough? Or will he lose the stock very early? Not quite, as my Mickey Mouse voice comes out.
It's looking very different from the last game, where RepTile, all he needs to do is find a confirm or a read. Who goes for an F smash read? I see down smashes all the time, I see up smashes all the time. But RepTile just went all out. That's a mind games at that point there. I'm just surprised he went for that, but Rozza has now just switched it. Switch has clicked. He's now going more on the aggression side and just not letting RepTile get away with this. RepTile sitting on 121% with a floating thunder going around him.
Fantastic movement there from RepTile to get out of that situation, right? You know, one of Ness's biggest advantages is while he has you at the ledge, and RepTile just managing to get around it on that last stock, but the jump was gone because of that, and we do see him losing that second stock. A much more even game in this game 3, right? We saw a 60% advantage for RepTile early on, but Rozza has already brought that back, confirming from the up air into the grab. Will he keep RepTile at this ledge?
The sheer adaptation right now, where Rozza's gone on the aggression and it's working out so well. He's able to match RepTile's aggression and he's just winning out. His hitboxes are more consistent. That back throw will lead to the star KO. We're now on a stock advantage for Rozza. He's going to want to hold on to this for as long as possible. Just pile on that damage until he gets hit by a confirm. We're on last stock, 0%.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. I can tell already.
RepTile not allowing Rozza to run away with the game, you know, making sure that he comes back with an even game, 0%, 0%, one stock game here, and just a constant back and forth aggression from them both. They are both playing extremely on that knife edge right now, executing perfectly, and I cannot wait to see who takes this game 3.
It's honestly, you couldn't say. It's so dead even right now. But with RepTile finding these little pokes, these little pushes forward, Rozza needs to be so careful. I mean, sure, you can match that aggression, but when you're on 102%, you're at kill percent. Ness is so light, where an up smash could take it.
Oh, great air dodge into the ground there from Rozza, you know, making sure that he didn't get caught by that down B, which can be a confirm in some situations, but making sure that he reads what RepTile's going to do, and that's the game for RepTile.
Rozza, unfortunately, dropping his shield a little bit too early. No parry there. And so RepTile is going to be moving on, taking a 2-1. That was an intense game. That was a great game.
Yeah, fantastic game there from both players. You know, as I said, both executing on an absolute knife edge. You know, that is the thing about fighting games, right? You know, you have to be able to execute everything that your character can do at the highest pressure moment. You cannot let up for a single second, because if you do,
oh, for sure,
your opponent is going to take full advantage of that. So we see, you know, RepTile taking it home there, I believe, qualifying for top 32 through losers. You know, Rozza